What's up, legends? Today we're breaking down why texting is better than calling. From memes to receipts to ghosting power moves, texting wins every time. Let's roast calling back to the Stone Age. Texting lets you reply on your own time. Texting is freedom in your pocket. Unlike calls, where someone basically kidnaps your attention for however long they want, texting gives you the remote control. You can answer in 5 seconds, 5 minutes, or 5 days. It's your timeline. Calls demand urgency, like you're suddenly auditioning for customer service. Hello, yes. How can I help you immediately? Texting, that's asynchronous magic. You can sip your coffee, finish your game, or ignore people completely until you feel like responding. That little typing bubble is a power move too. It's like dangling suspense in front of the other person. Plus, if you need to think of the perfect comeback, texting gives you time to cook up a reply instead of blurting out something awkward live. It's modern social armor. Control, flexibility, and just enough distance to keep your sanity. Honestly, calls are for emergencies or grandparents. Everyone else can wait in the inbox. No awkward small talk required. Texting is the ultimate cure for forced politeness. On calls, you can't just say what you need, you have to survive the gauntlet of fake chit-chat. So, how's the weather? Did you eat? Nobody wants that. Texting cuts through the nonsense. You can drop exactly what you mean. No filler, no dragging silence, no marathon. It's efficient and drama-free. If you only want to know what time the movie starts, you shouldn't have to sit through a TED Talk about someone's cousin's dog. With texting, the exchange can literally be 2 words. 8 p.m. Done. That's it. No need to smile through your phone or laugh at unfunny jokes just to be polite. And if someone does try to small talk in texts, you can leave them on read without guilt. Beautiful. Texting respects your time, your sanity, and your vibe. Calls, they trap you in social quicksand. Hold up. Now it's your turn. Drop your funniest or most savage reason why texting destroys calling in the comments. Best clapbacks might get immortalized in a user's edition, so bring the heat. Receipts prove you actually answered. Receipts are the MVP of the texting world. They're your proof in court when someone swears, "You never replied." Excuse me, blue check marks say otherwise. Read receipts turn every conversation into documented evidence, and screenshots make sure those receipts last forever. Try doing that with a call. If someone lies and says, "I told you last week," you're stuck debating memory versus memory. With texting, you pull up the receipts like a lawyer dropping evidence in court. Actually, at 3:47 p.m., you said this. End of discussion. Receipts keep relationships accountable, friendships honest, and liars terrified. Plus, let's be real. Nothing is more satisfying than ignoring someone and knowing they can see you ignored them. That's silent domination. Calling leaves no trail. It's vapor. Texting is permanent history, and history favors the texter. You can multitask while texting. Texting is the Olympic sport of multitasking. You can chat with 3 different people, watch Netflix, stir your noodles, and scroll TikTok, all without breaking stride. Try doing that on a call. The second you pick up, your hands are trapped, your brain is locked, and you're suddenly forced into a one-on-one hostage situation. Texting frees you up to live life. You can reply mid-gym set, mid-bathroom break, don't lie, we all do it. Or even mid-date if things are going downhill. Nobody knows what you're doing behind the screen, and that's power. Calls demand full attention like an insecure partner. Why aren't you listening to me right now? Texting is chill. Reply when you can, juggle your chaos, and keep moving. In a world where everyone is multitasking anyway, texting is the communication style that gets it. Perfect for introverts who hate phone anxiety. For introverts, calls are pure horror. The ringtone alone feels like a jump scare. Your brain instantly spirals. What do they want? Am I in trouble? Do I sound weird? Texting eliminates all that panic. It gives you space to think, craft your words, and avoid the shaky voice syndrome. You don't have to rehearse what you'll say in your head 50 times before hitting send. No chance of awkward pauses where both of you breathe heavily, waiting for the other to speak. With texting, silence is normal. It's expected. You can take 5 minutes or 5 hours and nobody panics. For anyone with social anxiety, Texting is therapy in disguise. It's the difference between being dragged onto a stage versus sending a message from the safety of your couch. Honestly, calling is an ambush. Texting is consent, and introverts know exactly which one feels better. Autocorrect can save or roast you. Autocorrect is the wild card of texting, and honestly, it's half the fun. Sometimes it swoops in like a hero, fixing your messy typing into perfect grammar before anyone notices. Other times, it betrays you and turns ducking into, well, but even then it's comedy gold. A bad autocorrect has ended up in memes, screenshots, and legendary group chat roasts. Calls don't give you that extra spice. If you mispronounce something, it's just awkward and it vanishes into thin air. Texting lets mistakes live forever, which means you either get saved from embarrassment or become the star of a screenshot album that will haunt you for years. Either way, it's entertaining. Autocorrect is the chaotic friend who keeps the conversation lively. And let's be real, better a wrong text than mumbling your words live on a call like you forgot how English works. Memes and GIFs are part of the conversation. Here's the deal. Memes and GIFs are the unofficial language of the internet, and texting embraces them like royalty. Try sending a perfect Michael Scott "no" reaction over a phone call. Can't happen. Texting lets you spice up even the driest convo with a well-timed SpongeBob meme or a GIF that says exactly what words can't. Humor, sarcasm, emotions. Memes do the heavy lifting. A text that says "I'm fine" feels dead inside. Add a crying Kim Kardashian GIF and suddenly it's iconic. This is communication evolution. Calls trap you in boring, literal dialogue. Texting lets you talk in images, culture references, and inside jokes that make conversations unforgettable. Honestly, a meme can express more personality in 2 seconds than a 20-minute phone call ever could. If memes are modern art, texting is the gallery. Screenshots keep the receipts forever. Texting is the only communication method that comes with its own built-in black box. If someone says something wild, dumb, or incriminating, boom, screenshot. Immortalized forever, ready to be dropped into the group chat or saved for future revenge. Calls, they vanish into the void unless you're out here illegally recording people like a wannabe FBI agent. Screenshots are social currency. They fuel memes, inside jokes, and legendary clapbacks. We all know someone who denies ever saying something, but with screenshots, the truth is one tap away. And let's not pretend screenshots haven't started or ended drama. Entire friendships have imploded over a single captured text. Honestly, screenshots turn every texter into their own historian, archiving the tea for generations to come. In texting, your words aren't just communication, they're receipts. In calling, your words evaporate. Which one sounds smarter? No background noise ruining your vibe. Nothing kills a call faster than background chaos. Sirens blaring, dogs barking, cousins yelling in the background. Suddenly you're yelling, "What? What?" Like you're in a bad war movie. With texting, background noise doesn't matter. You could be at a concert, in the subway, or sitting next to a screaming toddler, and the message still comes through crystal clear. No repeats, no misheard words, no "Can you say that again?" Torture session. Calls demand total silence like you're in a recording studio. Texting just needs your thumbs. It's reliable, sharp, and drama-proof. And let's be real, no one wants to hear your microwave beeping or your neighbor's lawnmower while you're trying to talk. Texting is noise-canceled communication, and once you get used to that piece, phone calls feel like chaos. Texting doesn't expose your bad voice days. We've all had those mornings where your voice sounds like you swallowed gravel, or you're fighting allergies and come across like a congested frog. On calls, you can't hide it. Your voice betrays you instantly. Texting? Problem solved. You can be half asleep, wrapped in a blanket burrito, sounding like a broken trumpet, and no one will ever know. Your words still come across smooth, sharp, and confident. Texting gives you a permanent, good voice day pass. No worrying about pitch, tone, or cracking mid-sentence like you're back in middle school. It's communication without the performance anxiety. Meanwhile, calls demand you sound perky, polite, and professional, even when you absolutely don't feel like it. Texting is your voice in disguise, always filtered, always steady. In short, bad voice days don't exist when you're texting. You can ghost politely with, "Sorry, just saw this." Texting comes with the ultimate escape hatch, the polite ghost. You ignore a message, live your life, and when you finally feel like answering, you hit them with the classic, "Oops, sorry, just saw this." It's the universal excuse, nobody can prove otherwise. Calls? No such luck. If you don't pick up, they know you ignored them. If you hang up, it's even worse. But with texts, you can delay forever and still come out looking busy instead of rude. It's the socially acceptable way to disappear without burning bridges. Plus, let's be honest, sometimes you just don't want to deal with people, and texting lets you control the timing. Ghosting on calls looks heartless, ghosting on texts looks relatable. That tiny gray excuse turns you into Houdini. Gone, but politely. Texting works even in boring meetings. Texting is the secret weapon of survival in every soul-crushing meeting. Sitting in a boardroom while someone drones on about quarterly synergy, you can't exactly pick up the phone and start chatting. But you can stealthily send texts under the table like a covert agent. Calls expose you instantly. Your boss will glare, your coworkers will judge, and boom, you're busted. Texting, though, it's subtle, quiet, and invisible if you're smooth enough. Students do it in class, employees do it in Zoom meetings, and honestly, it's a lifeline in any boring situation. Plus, nothing spices up a dull moment like sending memes or roasting the meeting in a group chat. Texting turns boredom into entertainment. Calls demand your full attention, which is the last thing anyone wants in a room full of PowerPoint slides. Bottom line, meetings may be mandatory, but calls are not. Texting saves the day. Quick info is easier to send than explain. Sometimes you don't want a conversation. You just want an answer. What's the address? What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the code for the door? On a call, you have to listen, repeat, maybe even write it down like it's 1997. With texting, it's right there in black and white, ready to copy, paste, or search later. No mistakes, no, wait, was that 7 or 17? Torture. Texting is precision. It's like having your own little note-taking assistant built in. And let's be real, calls are clunky for details. Nobody wants to spell things out loud or repeat numbers 3 times. Texting is efficient. Info goes straight from their thumbs to your screen. Done. Plus, it saves you from asking again later, which makes you look way more bother. Quick info belongs in a text, not a call. Period. Texting allows group chats. Calling doesn't. Calls are a one-on-one cage match, but texting, that's where squads are born. Group chats are basically digital campfires, a place for friends, family, or coworkers to roast each other, share memes, plan chaos, or start drama. You can't recreate that on a call unless you're into chaotic conference calls where everyone yells over each other. Texting makes teamwork simple. Drop info once and the whole squad has it. Plus, group chats live forever, which means inside jokes, screenshots, and late-night chaos don't just disappear. A call is temporary noise. A group chat is culture. It's the reason the boys, or the girlies, stay connected 24/7. If calling is a conversation, texting is a community. And let's be honest, group chats are where legends are made. You can edit what you say before sending. Calls force you to freestyle everything. If you say something dumb, awkward, or regrettable, too bad, it's already out there, and you can't Ctrl+Z your mouth. Texting, on the other hand, is a safe zone. You can type, delete, retype, and polish until you sound like a genius. No stuttering, no losing your train of thought, no, wait, what was I saying again? Panic. You can even draft 3 spicy comebacks and pick the best one before hitting send. That level of control is priceless. Calls trap you in real time, which means slip-ups are inevitable. Texting is the communication version of having a backspace key for life. And honestly, in a world where screenshots exist, editing your words before sending is the smartest survival tactic. Texting is scripted perfection, calls are improv comedy you didn't sign up for. Calling feels like a commitment. Texting is chill. Picking up a call is like signing a contract. You're locked in, no escape until the other person decides it's over. Texting, 0 commitment. You can dip in, dip out, answer later, or just leave it on red forever. It's flexible, casual, and stress-free. Calls demand you stop everything and dedicate your undivided attention, which feels like a chore, especially when the call turns into a 45-minute rant you didn't sign up for. Texting is different. It's bite-sized, manageable, and always on your terms. Want to send a 3-word reply and bounce? Done. Want to write a paragraph rant at 2 a.m.? Also done. Texting fits into your schedule like water finding its path, while calls shove themselves into your day like an uninvited guest. Chill versus commitment. That's the whole game. Emojis add extra flavor that voices can't. Voices can convey tone, sure, but emojis are emotional seasoning. A simple can mean cool, whatever, or I'm done with this convo, depending on the vibe. Add and suddenly a boring text becomes a mini stand-up routine. Calls don't give you that creative range. You can't sprinkle a story with skull emojis to show you're dead from laughing. Emojis turn plain words into layered, hilarious, and expressive communication. Plus, let's not forget the chaos of using the wrong emoji at the wrong time. Iconic comedy. Calls rely on tone, which can be misread easily. Texting with emojis is crystal clear, or intentionally vague if you want to stir drama. Either way, emojis make every conversation more colorful, playful, and meme-worthy. Texting without emojis is possible. Calling without emojis? Impossible. Texting never interrupts your Netflix binge. There's nothing worse than being deep into a Netflix binge. The plot thickens, the twist is about to hit, and suddenly your phone rings. A call doesn't just distract you, it hijacks the entire vibe. Texting, on the other hand, slips into the background. You can pause, skim, or even ignore it until the episode ends. Zero disruption. Want to reply mid-show? Easy. It takes 3 seconds, and you're back to popcorn mode. Calls demand full attention like a needy toddler. Texting politely waits its turn. Plus, with texting, you can live tweet your thoughts to your friends during the show without missing anything. Imagine trying to give hot takes on Stranger Things while someone rambles in your ear. Impossible. Texting and Netflix coexist like peanut butter and jelly. Calls and Netflix, oil and water. Receipts let you catch liars instantly. Texting is basically lie detector technology built into your phone. Someone says, "I told you that already?" Boom. Scroll back. Receipts say otherwise. Someone claims they never promised something. Screenshot. Case closed. Texting is courtroom-level evidence. Calls, pure hearsay. It's your word against theirs, and memories are unreliable. Texting makes accountability impossible to dodge. It's the ultimate truth serum. And let's be real, nothing is more satisfying than pulling out old receipts like a prosecutor in a drama show. Exhibit A, your text from June 3rd at 7:42 p.m. Silence. Debate over. Receipts protect you, expose liars, and make sure nobody rewrites history. In calling, people can wiggle their way out of anything. In texting, the truth is permanent, and permanent is power. Voice messages are basically calls on your terms. Voice messages are like cheat codes in the texting world. You get the richness of tone and emotion from a call, but without the trap of live interaction. It's like saying, "Here's my voice, but I'll decide when you hear it." That's power. You can record a voice note while walking the dog, eating chips, or lying in bed. No pressure, no timing stress. The receiver listens whenever they want, not when you demand it. Calls are needy and clingy. Voice messages are casual and liberating. Plus, if you mess up mid-sentence, delete and re-record. Try doing that on a call. Voice messages prove texting has evolved. It gives you every advantage of calling, but with none of the obligations. Honestly, it's like having dessert without calories. Texting keeps drama in writing. Iconic screenshots live forever. Drama thrives in writing, and texting makes sure it never dies. Every argument, every clapback, every spicy roast, it's all preserved in digital amber. Screenshots of savage texts go viral, fuel group chats, and become legends. Try screenshotting a phone call. You just look like a weirdo with a blank screen. Texting immortalizes your wit. It's why petty breakups, shady subtweets, and read at 9:01 ignored forever moments are internet culture staples. Texts turn private chaos into public entertainment, and honestly, that's half the fun. Calls end in the air, texts end in history. If you want your legacy to live on, texting is the way to go. Drama disappears on a call. In texting, it becomes a saga. And sagas are forever. Thanks for watching, Legends! Don't forget to drop your own savage reasons why texting beats calling. In the comments, the best ones might show up in Users Edition. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more daily debates. 21 Reasons Why. Epic debates, legendary comments.